Hey everybody, it's the Coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And this coaching staff has to be pleased with how their defense played last week. They held their opponents to 3 points, and that was it. If they get anything comparable to that performance, this one's in the bag.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go!
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
On first down, Wilder, and he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Moon. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Now a first down throw, Moon. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Now Moon. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Touchdown, Tennessee! Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. And we look now at the offense for Indianapolis.
Yeah, I feel a little bad here because we missed out talking about these guys on the opening drive because they were in the end zone before we had a chance to even say anything. But let's keep an eye on these wideouts. QB already has 1 touchdown pass. You know he's looking for a few more before this one's over. Those wideouts will get plenty of opportunities to try and score again.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. These two teams all tied after 1. And this one is right down Broadway. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Steps away to his left. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Moon. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll run with Wilder. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. To throw on 2nd down, Moon. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Moon escaping the pressure right. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. They'll run on 1st down. Wilder. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Moon. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Extra point safely through, and the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point up and through. And it's now 17-14. A drive that time of 6 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Here's Moon. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Moon, eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 30 yards there, and of course the 1st down as well. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will do it for this 1st half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. Some good-looking matchups on your screen there. One of the best? Yeah, I'll say it. It's in Cleveland. A big test there for the Browns as they'll square off against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Even more good matchups to check out in the late afternoon window. A 4 o'clock start up in Baltimore, where it'll be the Ravens taking on the Houston Texans. And lastly, in the national game on Sunday night, definitely one to tune in for, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. They'll try and run with their fullback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A 16-yard touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead. So he scrambled right but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And his throw here's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 22 yards there, a first down.
50, plant. It's our time. It's our time. Jim, go.
Now back to throw. Being chased out left. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
The point after is good, and that will tie us at 24. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
On first down, Wilder. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. To throw on second down, Moon. Looking middle, and that's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll run on first down. Wilder. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Moon buying time to his left. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 12-yard line. On first down, Wilder trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down. To throw on second down, Moon. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Nashville. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. From 3 yards out. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
The sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He'll drop to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Good yardage there for the Colts, 18 and a first down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw, dancing to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. On the crossing route, complete. It's Brooks. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 44-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw, escaping the pressure right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2nd down and inches. Steps away to his left. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So this drive spans 7 plays, and the result for the Colts is a touchdown. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. To throw, Moon, eluding the pressure right. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 40. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Moon to throw. And his throw is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Moon. And that will be incomplete. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range. Gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, run through the post, and this thing could be over. Now on the run, he'll throw it back. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20. Yard line, just shy of the 20.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That burst good for 20 and a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Recon, 132 fighter, 8-3.
They'll try to run this one in. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Colts, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face